Hi everybody! In this video we want to give you some information about mindfulness.
Mindfulness. Now, this is something that certainly Mario is introducing me to, and some of the exercises, the examples that she's given to me, and certainly the information, the knowledge that she's sharing with me. It's made me conscious of how we, in the Western cultures, the Western world, how we live our lives. And we live our lives basically continually in what we would perhaps call a do mode.
Yes.
Continually doing.
In the Western world.
In the Western world, yeah. And oftentimes as well, one of the examples that she shared with me is that many of us in the Western world are often living, if you will, in the past, or living from experiences in the past. And of course there's the opposite end of the spectrum, which is living to the future, or living in the future, if you will, because we're projecting our desires, our heart's wishes, that it's gonna be coming, it's on its way. In that way we're living in the future. And when she shared this with me, I realized, yeah, because of course through all of our sessions and all of our meetings, and we hear this very regularly. And once we started to stop for a little while and think and feel, it kind of opened our eyes too as to how we were living our lives.
Yes.
And then when you move into, and we'll share a little exercise in a moment with you, how to start to get used to living in the now moment.
Just to be.
To be, yeah.
We all perfect beings. In the do mode, we always want to change something.
Yeah.
We are not good enough, but we are good.
Yeah. And this is all coming from our old programs, from our religions, from our parents, from our schools, from our workplace, the media. It's all of the things that we've been sort of programmed into us, and it's the way it's meant to be. It's the way you should be. And
yes, it gives a lot of stress.
And that's so important, isn't it? It does give a lot of stress, and as you know, folks, stress is the number one killer all over the world.
Yes.
And just imagine if you could perfect this, somehow or other get this little meditation exercise perfected in yourself, then you'd be able to release a heck of a lot of that stress. Yes. So it's an absolutely powerful one for that.
Yes, because mindfulness is a way to find your own happiness.
And tell me, let's share with us a couple of ways that you do that now.
Yes. Maybe an example is we don't pay attention to our food when we are eating. Most of the time not.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
We are not mindful. We are not with our open attention to the food, how it tastes.
Examples. How many of you, you either a partner or whatever, they sat at the table eating the food and they've got the newspaper next to them and they're reading the newspaper while they're eating? Or how many of us sit at the table and we have the TV on and instead of having our thoughts by our food, our minds by our food, we've got our minds elsewhere.
Yes.
Or we might even actually just be having a conversation with each other at the dinner table.
Yes.
Our thoughts are with each other and then not at our food. I like this.
Yes, it's not in the now moment. We are not with our open attention. That's
in the now moment.
Yes. Yeah. Mindfulness means open attention.
Yeah.
We are somewhere else with our thoughts. And when you can bring your thoughts to the now moment, to the food, to the walk.
A walk is another beautiful example. We love to walk in nature.
Yes.
And since Mario started teaching me this, I've noticed we've always loved nature and we've always picked up the signals, we've always been very aware of our surroundings, but since, you know, taking this step, if you will, to live in mindfulness in the now moment, I've noticed even myself, as I take each step, I can feel the steps. I can feel the connection to Mother Earth.
Yes.
I can feel how my foot is touching the ground. I can feel how my muscles are working.
Yeah.
I can feel how my body is reacting to the walk, to the fresh air, to the smells, to the sights, to the sounds. Because I'm able to live in the now moment in mindfulness. Now if I'm allowing myself to be distracted by people walking around, motorbikes or scooters or whatever, or people on bikes, then I'm not at that moment living in the now moment because I'm allowing myself to be distracted from what I'm doing.
Yes.
If I'm getting it right, this is what you mean with
Yes, it's a
mindfulness?
clue about mindfulness. Live with an open attention in the now moment. So when you are cooking, prepare your dinner, give all your attention to the food, to the ingredients, and live in, and it makes you really happy.
Oh yeah, that's very, very true.
And don't let you disturb.
Don't let yourself be disturbed or
Yes.
distracted.
Yes.
Yeah.
By yourself or others.
Yeah.
By your thoughts, or maybe the phone, or someone else in your surrounds you. Stay with yourself.
Yeah, in our culture, living in the past or living in the future, it's only brought us stress. But we've certainly noticed is living in this now moment and placing this in our own energy, in our own lives, and working with it, it certainly has reduced stress. We've both been having health issues, it's returning us to health. So what we'd really like to share with you is the opposite side of this as well, because we're talking now about our Western culture.
Yes.
Now this mindfulness, it really was birthed, if you will, in Eastern cultures.
Yes.
You know, in the Eastern cultures, they have a different philosophy towards life and towards how they live it. And it's really beautiful if you're willing to do a little bit of research of how that works with them. They do focus on every single now moment.
Yes.
And because they were, if you will, brought up, educated, they were fed from a very young age this philosophy.
Yes.
So they don't tend to live in the past and they don't tend to live in the future. They tend to more live in the now moment, experiencing life in every single moment as it comes.
Just to be. Just to be.
So you see, this is where this philosophy is coming from, and it really is merging into, if you will, our Western culture, so that we can certainly integrate the best parts of our culture and the best parts of their culture, bring them together, find a balance, and it really is helping. And mindfulness is certainly becoming a very popular statement all around the world, or exercise, or being, instead of being. And what we really like to do is we'd like to give you just, to close this off, is to just give you a little exercise.
A short one.
Just a little one.
And when you can do this a few times in a day, for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
5 minutes. You will feel the change in yourself.
Yeah.
The peace, the harmony, the happiness. And that's what we want to give you in this video. And maybe there will be some thoughts when you do this exercise.
Yeah, that
It's okay.
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Don't give any attention to it. Don't judge it. Let it go, just like a cloud.
Let it be, like clouds passing across the sky. You see them, you observe them, and you pay really no attention. Oftentimes, for instance, if we let our thoughts go with it, we start to make figures out of the clouds.
Yes.
And the point is about this is just, you simply allow your thoughts to be. Just observe them. An impartial observer, we love that term just lately. An impartial observer to the thoughts. No judgment, no anger, no ego, no processes going on. Just let them be. And you'll find that after maybe a few minutes that you just begin to relax and the thoughts begin to dissipate, disappear, and you just come into a center of being that is just simply now.
Yes. It's all about the breath you take, the energy you feel within during this exercise.
Yeah. So please do join us and close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in deeply through your nose and breathe out gently and slowly through your mouth.
Fill yourself with the universal energy and let it flow through your body. You only give attention to your breath.
As you give attention to your breath and your breathing, the in breath and the out breath, it's quite possible that your focus will shift to your heartbeat. And that's okay too, because you are focusing on your being. If you can shift that focus to the breath or the heartbeat, you'll notice that slowly but surely all of those fleeting thoughts that run through our minds, they'll simply disappear.
Yes.
And if you can do this, like Mario just said, for 3, 4, 5 minutes, maybe 2 to 3 times a day, we promise you, you will experience a great deal less stress in your life. A very, very simple exercise, but oh so powerful.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to this?
No. When this video finished, sit down and do it.
And try it.
Yes.
Yeah, just do it. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Just do it. Not try it. Do it.
Yes.
And just experience for yourself how it feels. Thank you, dear friends, for listening to yet another of our videos. And we wish you inner peace, inner joy, inner love. Namaste.
Namaste.